ICAN started in 2001 to meet two needs in Indiana. You and I don't have to wonder about how we'll pick up something we drop, open a door, turn on a light switch. For 1 in 20 Hoosiers who are living with a disability, those tasks are difficult.
One of the best things a service dog does for me is provide me independence and security. So if my leg falls off, I can't physically put it back on my footrest, and Luke can do that for me.
When you combine the training of a service dog with the education and rehab of an offender who has the full-time responsibility to teach this dog how to be an assistance dog, you're affecting change on two ends of the leash.
Just everybody at the school knows Caleb. They all know Declan. They all love him. And I think anytime you have a dog, it's always a people attractor. You know, people are always wanting to know what the dog can do and what his name is. And I think it makes kids more outgoing. I think there's a lot of self-confidence built when he was 8 years old and learned all these commands. And he was able to teach this dog at such a young age on how to do all these things. And I think a lot of it now is companionship while he's younger. As he gets older, they should grow more independent together.
Jacob being motorically impaired, his inability to really get across the room, and fine motor skill impaired, although he can grab things, you know, and then visually impaired, functions basically like a blind person would. That means Jacob's world is what people bring to him or what he can feel. And so when you're talking about that type of world, that keeps everybody pretty busy around because you want to make sure Jacob's experiencing the world and life. When you bring a dog in, that not only just expands what Jacob's about and his self-worth and how important he starts to understand how he can be independent in the tasks and chores that he didn't have before, but also what it does for the family. He receives more now at a day-to-day purpose than he did before, and we're extremely involved parents, but that's, you know, what we are as his parent. And so when he's sitting back in the room listening to a tape recorder with a book, that's one thing, but when I know he's sitting there with Barkley listening to a book, you know, one thing that's big for Jacob, two that's big for me. You know, I don't have to worry that I've put my child in a room to hang out by himself for a while. He's in there with his friends.
ICAN's biggest challenge right now is how do we do more? How do we provide more dogs? How do we reach more offenders? The need's there. We already have close to a 2-year wait list for a service dog.
When you have a disability, you rely on other people for a lot of things, practically everything. And you get tired of asking for help sometimes, especially for minor things such as, you know, picking up a pen or throwing something away into the trash can.
ICAN is all about unleashing abilities and changing lives.